Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I'm gonna give it a minute or so to let everybody come in because 10 minutes early and people are probably watching the stress-free card making. I'm watching Karen Berniston right now. She's making a pretty cool card. I'm gonna make a explosion box. It's really simple. I'll run through what you need as soon as I get this open so I can see chat. If anyone comes in and wants to chit chat. So all messages, there we go. All right. So to make an explosion box, just a box, you need 12 by 12 paper, 2 sheets, and then you need some pattern paper. I'm going to use these two. I was going to make like Father's Day, but then I was like, nah, you know what? I'll just make it flowery looking and go from there. Now I know on Saturday, you need a scoreboard or a ruler and a scoring tool, and you need a trimmer. And if you have a big trimmer like this that cuts 12 by 12 paper, if you have a scoring tool, you can use this to score with also, but we're not doing that. We're going to use our scoreboard. All right. So first things first, we're going to make the actual box base itself. We are going to take our one sheet right here, and we are going to score it. It's 12 by 12. We're going to score it at the 4-inch mark all the way down. Do the 4-inch all the way down, and then at the 8-inch. And then here's the 8-inch. And we're going to rotate our paper a half turn. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to score it at 4 and 8. And the reason I'm doing the explosion box and not the craft roulette card right now is because simplicity with my brain, and I need to think more about my craft roulette card. But I'll show you what I've got so far for it. So, okay, there we go. We got our 8. Then we're going, you can use your trimmer or scissors. I'm going to use scissors because I just think it'll be faster with scissors. So I'm going to take these big garden shears and I'm going to cut this score line. Just going to cut right on that score line, right to that other score line. So what I'm doing is I'm going to cut this part away. And if you want perfectly straight lines and stuff, use your trimmer. All right, we're going to put that to the side. Now we're going to come up here and do the same thing on the other one. On all 4 corners, we're going to cut them away. So, and I didn't cut that right dead on the score line there. So I'm going to have to go back and trim that. I'm going to have to go back and fix that, otherwise it'll get in my way. So I didn't sleep good last night, so my brain's a little foggy. Yeah, I need to trim that up. Just cut this one away. And I'm just using Cricut cardstock. Denise, good morning. Make an explosion box. Do you know what? Have you ever heard of the explosion box? You watched my Insomniac. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of out of it right now. It's like I want to take a nap, but I'm like, nope. I said 1 o'clock I'd be here, so I may be a little bit early, but I'm here. I'll take a nap after. I went back to sleep after that, but I'm just, when I can't sleep like that, I'm no good the rest of the day after. All right. So this is what we should have now. So we took a 12 by 12 paper. We scored it at 4 and 8, rotated it, scored it at 4 and 8, and then we cut away the 4 corners. So we have these 4 corners here that we cut away. All right. And just, we're going to go ahead and fold these in. I'm going to find that one that I messed up, but I'm going to fix that. And we're going to fold this in. And then we're going to fold this in. And we're going to fold this in. All right. And that's our box base. Now we need to make the lid. So we're going to get our other 12 by 12 sheet of paper. This is the one I get a little bit like, all right. And I'm not scoring it. I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim first. How's the beach going? Is it hot down there at the beach? Just double check my measurements. I think it's 6 1/8, but let me double check. All right, so I'm going to score this at 6 1/8. And that's the reason we're using the 12 by 12 paper, because we want it to match. And I had the Cricut paper on the same thing. Anyway, so we're going to go 6. And I'm going to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this one little line right here, little taller, first taller line right there after the 6. So 6 1/8. And we're going to rotate it half turn. You're sitting in the shade. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I could handle the heat. All right, we're going to do this one the same way. 6 1/8. I'm going to try not to cough and move my measurement papers here. All right, and we're going to put this over to the side. And so now we have the base for our lid for our box, for our explosion box. So now we're going to take our paper and we're going to go at the 1 inch mark and we're going to score it down, right? And we're going to rotate it and we're going to score it at 1 inch. And then we're going to rotate it and we're going to score it at 1 inch. And you're not going to go 1 inch in because you might mess it up. So you're just going to always rotate it and then do it that way until you have your score line on all 4 sides. So rotate it and score it 1 inch. Okay. Hey, Melissa. I know. You know what? I was sitting over there watching Karen Bernison and about to doze off. And I was like, well, let me just go ahead and get over there and set up and everything. But this time I'm only a couple minutes early. I wasn't like an hour early. I was watching Karen Bernison with her pop-ups and my head was going. And I was like, Linda, if you don't get up and do it, you're going to fall asleep and you're going to miss your live. and you're going to break your record because today we are, I'm pretty sure it's 17. Yep. We're 17 days, guys. We did it. We've beat the halfway mark. That pop-up kit is awesome. Them Karen Burniston dies and stuff, KB and Riley. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love them. Love, love, love them. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use my ergonomic scissors because they're just better for the carpal tunnel and stuff. And I'm going to cut right here. And then I'm going to come over here. And on the same side, I'm going to cut on that score line. Right on the score line. Right? And then I'm going to flip it. I'm going to rotate it around to where I'm at the parallel side. So across from the side we just cut. And we're going to cut again. So just like that. Yes, I clicked the email. They said they would send me the thing, but I'll answer that in a minute. Okay, and then I cut right there, right? Now these are going to be tabs. And because they're going to be tabs and we want to keep the bulk and folding easy on this, we're going to just come in here and on the tab side, not on the big tab side, but the little, not on the side panel. This is going to be the side of the box. This is a tab. These are tabs, these little corner pieces. So on the corner piece here, I'm going to cut just a little slither off at an angle. Make sure I got that cut good. Okay, don't. We're going to get that bulk out of there. Okay. Yeah, I haven't received the email from them though, so I don't know. If that's all I had to do, then I entered. That'd be sweet. I'd love to be able to use her dies because she's got some pretty cool ones. I really want that one where you open it up. It's like an accordion thing, and it has a. It's oh my gosh, it's really awesome. All right, then I'm gonna rotate it around and do the same thing on the parallel opposite side. Opposite side, parallel side, however it is that you right across the street from, if that's how you if you can grasp what I'm saying. All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing here. Come in at a little angle and just like that. Guys, these are so easy. Yeah, I know that was Tanya today. I like Tanya. She's funny. She was there for Karen. I forget what she said. All right. When you're scoring, when you score, you see how this side here is like a little mountain fold side, and this is indented for folding purposes. If you fold it on this side, it'll fold better for you. So we're gonna just fold that in. So get that out of there. So where did my bone folder go? Because I want to score these down. So we're gonna score this down. And I'm gonna fold this like so. Fold that one in. And I'm gonna score it. And I didn't fold this. I need to do this one. I'm gonna make sure this top is lined up right here. There we go. And I'm gonna do this flap right here. Make sure this is lined up right here. See how that's not lined up? That means it's not straight. Line it up. There we go. And I'm gonna fold this one in. Fold this one. I'm gonna line that side up right there. Score it down. And I think I'm making. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I moved out so you could see the scoreboard and everything better. I hope it didn't. So my brain is like dead today because I did not sleep worth a bleepity bleep last night. As you guys saw at 3 a.m. me up watercoloring, playing around with stencils and watercoloring. Okay, cool. You can see what I'm doing just fine. Good. All right, then I'm going to fold this one in. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure that this is lined up even right there. I'm going to square it down. All right. Now this is up to you how you do this. You can do tape. You can do glue. I, of course, am a glueaholic, so I'm going to use the glue if I can find the bottle. Maybe we'll use tape because I can't see the bottle. There's my glue dots. That's my empty bottle. Where's my... There it is. It's hiding behind the phone. Found it. All right. And then on these little tabs, I'm going to put some glue. Just on the tabs. All right. Then I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to align it so that this corner and this corner line up. I want those to line up just right. So that way that's nice and straight like that. And I'm just going to pinch that together until I think the glue grabs. And then I'm going to bring this tab and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line up that point to that corner. Try to get a nice clean seam. Do the same thing all the way around. And then we got the basic explosion box. We just have to decorate it now. We just made the basic explosion box. Now we have to decorate it. So see, we got our box base and we got our lid. What you do, see, these will fold up like this, right? And we'll go, fingers cooperate with me. Bring this up like this. Use the lid to help you gain control. Put that on like that. Ta-da! And you got your box. Right? It's that simple, guys. You don't got to go buy expensive things at stores and stuff to have to make this. You take the lid off and it opens up. Now, if you want it to be double paneled, let me show you how to double panel it. Oh yeah, Linda, I'm gonna show you how to double panel it, but I need the paper to do so. Let me get another 12 by 12 paper, guys. I wasn't double paneling it, but I think it should. We'll do a different color. We'll do this color. Or maybe we'll do the yellow. These are our outside panel papers. So I think we'll go with the yellow. We'll do the yellow. We'll bring a little bit of brightness. No, we'll do the peach. No, yeah, no, I can't make my mind up. We'll go with the peach color. All right. Now this one is me guesstimating. All right. So we're going to do it the same way we did, right? But I want to go in like an eighth of an inch. So I'm going to go at 4 and an eighth. 4 and 1/8. And then I'm going to go 7, 7/7 So one knot, one little tiny notch right before the 8. And then I'm going to rotate it and do the same thing on the other side. Make sure this lines up in that corner properly for a good measurement. And I'm going to come in at 4 and 1/8 because I want it to fit inside the other one. Then I'm going to come over here and the 7 7/8. So a notch before the 8. Make sure my paper lined up right. Yep. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I have to use this side here so I can see. Turn it over so it lays flat because that one piece of paper is curling up on me. Making it. All right, this measurements are not the greatest. This trimmer is not great. That's a 1/2 inch. I don't want to take a whole 1/2 inch off. I just want to take a slither. Just want a slither. Just a slither. That's all I want. See? It's about an 1/8 of an inch off, but I'm going to do that on all four sides. Just a little slither. Because I want it to fit inside. So one more corner and we're good. And we're golden. I think. It's the way my brain is working. My brain says we're good. We'll see. My brain's not always. Some of my slithers are bigger than the others. All right. And get our scissors. And let's cut on our score lines. Cut our corners out. If you want to add pictures or whatever to your boxes, that'd be cool. Like if you want to make like a memory box thing, that's cool. Oh, I wish I'd have thought of it in advance. That mechanism that I made for that butterfly pop-up card, we could put kind of, no, we couldn't because nothing opens. I'll have to figure that one out so we can have like butterflies in our box. That'd be cool. We could use acetate and just stand it if we wanted butterflies in there. But anyway. And and then one more corner comes off. Hello, Ann. Happy Saturday. All right. And let's score these in. Score it in. And it's going to be smaller than the actual box because it's going to fit inside. So we have double flaps. Hold this one in. And then put these right there. And then we're going to bring our box base. And we're just going to, on the inside, we're not going to go over the score line and we're not going to go on the score line. We're just going to go inside the box here. We're going to put glue down. And then we're going to take our box and we're going to go just like this. And we're going to line it up so that it's what we consider center. It's kind of hard for me to see without being able to get my head directly over it. But so all these should be able to fold up just like that. And then you can do that as often as you want, but you need to come in with your measurements for the center, and then you need to take the slithers off. Okay, see, that's not 100% straight because I want that to, let me put more glue back. I want these kind of centered in the middle of my things here. Something's not straight. One of my cuts are not straight, but that works. You guys get it, right? See? And so I got brown around the edges of all of it. So, and then those are extra flaps to go like that, to go inside. So that's a double paneled. So if you were doing photos or whatever, you could do that. Now let's decorate the outside of our box. To do that, I need to know the measurements. And I know, well, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Is this exactly the measurement of that? It is. And of this, it is. All right, so I'm going to measure this, and that's going to tell me I need 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. So I'm going to measure them so they're 4 inches by 4 inches, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this fancy dancy paper here. And we're going to trim our paper off just like this. We're going to open up the arm on our trimmer so we can help keep our paper straight. And we're going to cut this little strip right here off. And just use whatever pattern paper you have and want. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut off 4 inches. I go right here to 4. And I need 4 of them. So there's 4. And good thing it's a square, because if I don't cut a pattern a certain way, it'll be all right. Hi, Danny. Hello, hello, hello. You've smoked a lot today. You better get out of bed. You're going to fall asleep. I don't know why I closed that. All right, then I'm going to cut this down to 4. One. Now, if you've got like fishing paper, pattern paper that has fish on it, or there's 2. Let's see, do we get 3 out of this? And we got 3. We only need 1 more. You can make a really cute Father's Day one. So I'm going to cut this down at the 4-inch mark. Excuse me. Ooh-wee. And we're going to check the measurement on this one. That's a little bit bigger than 4. How big do we need this? Look at that. It fits right there. And it's like 4 1/8 though. Yeah, that's like 4 1/8. So you need a 4 1/8 inch square. That'd be cool, Melissa. Well, for Father's Day, pictures of him and his daughter too, and there would be sweet. For kids, if they ever went fishing with the kids, that would be cool. All right, so we're going to take our papers and we're going to glue them down. Well, first, wait, I may want to trim them up a little. So look, that's exactly, but I want a border. So I'm going to come along and I'm going to line up, take all my papers here, put them all in the same direction. And I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off of this side and this. I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off of each side. So I'm going to say, paper, get in there correctly. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to, now, if you have a trimmer like this, every single one of these spaces is a 1/4 inch. So I know that if I just move this from this line right here to that line right there, that's a 1/4 inch. And I got to make sure it's straight. Is it not straight? Did I not cut that straight? I didn't cut that straight, guys. All right, so let's move it here. So basically, we're cutting our square down to 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're going to have a 3 3/4 by 3 1 2 3/4. And that'll square that up. So I got 1. Now I need this one. So I need it to be 3 3/4. Make sure my edges are straight. Oh, I didn't want to really cut the blue off, but I did. And then 3 1 2 3/4. Did I took off too much on that. Did you guys see that? I cut it to 3 1/4. I messed up. So we got 3 and 1, 2, 3. 3/4. 3 and 3/4. And then 1, 2, 3. 3/4. I've got 1, 2, and I'm going to have to piece this one together because I don't want to cut a whole paper just for that. So 3 and 3/4. And 3 and 3/4. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it on the 3/4 mark, right? And go, okay, that's way is correct. So this is the way that I need it at the 3 and 3/4. Okay. And then I could just glue it together that way. Piece it together on my thing. Salvage it. Recipient won't care. Oh, cool. Fish Father's Day is the opening day for salmon fishing. All right. So now we're going to glue these down. We're going to start with our piece that we have to, so we don't forget. Ooh, I'm sweating, guys. I had to turn the AC down because I don't want it to be so loud, and it's loud anyway. That condenser kicked in, and it's loud, and it's just not as cool as it was. Ooh-wee. All right, so I'm going to line this up just right here like that. And I'm going to put glue right here. I should put it on the actual paper I'm putting down, but all right, I want to piece this together. Oh, it's okay. It'll be all right. Homemade, not Hallmark. Then we're going to turn this way, and we're going to stop grabbing that square, Linda. Now, this is where it matters what way I'm putting my paper down. So I have to pay attention to the way my pattern's going. If you use a non-patterned paper, it won't matter. And there we go. Yeah, you can put all kinds of candy and stuff in the middle of the box. You can make a solid box to go in the middle. We'll do that. We'll make a solid box to go in the middle. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe. I might remember that I said that by the time I get to that part. Oh, you can't hear it? Okay. I'm going to turn it up then because I'm over here sweating. These lights have got me like, ooh wee, baby. Ooh wee, baby. Ooh wee. I'm sweating up a storm. It makes a really bad loud noise though. But to me, it sounds like a helicopter taking off. Sounds like I got a helicopter in my room. All right. And then that pattern has to go that way. We're just going to put this one down right here like that. You can make it like for graduation. With graduation coming, you can make it so that it's like a graduation one. You don't hear it? Yeah, it sounds like a helicopter taking off. All right, so we've got the sides of our box done. Now let's finish our lid. Okay. I have to measure this, and I have to cut pieces for that. And you can get a T-ruler if you have one, or just a regular ruler. So I'm going to take this. When you're using these regular rulers, don't forget that you have to come to this first line to get a true accurate inch reading. Because if you start from the very end of the ruler, you're not going to, your measurements are going to be off. You have to start at the first black line as your measurement. So from that black line to that black line, that's 1 inch. This space is not counted in your measurement. A little tip there, guys. Your measurements will be way off otherwise. So we got 1 inch, which we knew that when we scored it, by something that's not, by 4 1/8. So we don't mess this up. Let's put this on. All right, there's the top of our box. Now we need the sides of our box. So we got our piece of paper here. And remember, we want the prints to go that way. So we want to cut the long strips this way. So that way, so we want to do it like this. I want to do it 3/4 of an inch because I want a 1/4 inch border. So I'm going to take and cut 3/4 of an inch strip. And I need 4 of these. So there's 3/4 of an inch. And then we said it was, that's like 4 1/4 inches this way. So we want it to be 4 inches. So we want this strip to be 4 inches. Before we cut any more, we're going to put it up against it just to make sure. Yeah, that's going to give us our little border. So we got 3/4 of an inch this way and 4 inches that way. See if this one's going to measure 4 inches for us. All right, we got 2 of them. Now we need a third one. So with our pattern going that way, because when we put it on the paper, it's got to go this way. So we're going to cut off our 3/4 of an inch strip. And this is what we have left from that 12 by 12 paper we used to start with our patterns. I got a whole other sheet for the inside if we want to use it on the inside. All right, then I'm going to cut this down to 4. And I'm going to cut this one down to 4. Sitting on the beach. Some beach somewhere. All right. So we're going to make sure all of our patterns are going in the correct orientation before we put them on. So there we go. All right, and I'm gonna flip it over like this. So one of the reasons I decided to do this explosion box was because I got reminded in the stress-free card making that, hey, Linda, you know how to do that. Show your peeps how to do that. Also, I thought it would be easier on my hands today. And I thought it'd be a good breakup from just regular A2 cards. And my craft roulette card has my brain going, I'm telling you, the easier the parameters, the more my brain questions everything. Right? Make sure I didn't change the way the pattern goes. Just put that there like that. Now, if you guys got a printer, you can print out some really cool little animal pictures or, you know, family pictures, pictures of the kids. There's all kinds of things you can do to decorate your inside of your box and stuff, your outside of your box. And your imagination is your limit, you know? Call up that inner child and let them have fun. And you'd be surprised what you can come up with. So there we go. Now, if you have a big Cricut, they have files to cut explosion boxes, but you're going to use a lot more cardstock doing it with their stuff because they've got these fancy things all on it, and it's a little confusing. And this is just a simple, minimalistic way to do it. And there's our box lid. Now, if you wanted to, you could ink up the edges of your pattern papers and everything, but I didn't. So then when we put our box together, that's what our box looks like. It's pretty, isn't it? I think it's pretty. That's what our box looks like, guys. And then when they take the lid off, ta-da, they got a surprise. It's an explosion box. If you put a whole bunch of candy and stuff in there, let's make an inner box. Let's make one that actually stands up, though, to hold, like, the candy and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that with yellow. So now we're going to go back to, we're going to go fly a kite up to the highest heights. Okay, remember for the brown side, we did it at 4. For the orange one, we did it at 4 1/8. So for the next one in, we're going to go at 4 1/4. And then we went for the brown, we did the 8. For the orange, we did the 7 7/8. So we're going to do 7 3/4. And then we're going to rotate it, and we're going to do the same measurements. So we're going to go 4 1/4 by 7 3/4. 7 3/4. Oh no, and don't rip your paper like I just did. Don't go up at this. When you're scoring, keep it down at an angle. Otherwise, you're going to rip your paper like I did right there. But it's okay. It'll be okay. Because it's going to be all glued down. No one's ever going to see it. All right. Now, do you remember how we cut away these to do these? Well, guess what? We're going to make a box. So we're not going to cut them completely away. You're getting your sunburn on? Yeah, you have. From what I've seen, you look like you have that Irish fair skin. Are you Irish? Are you of Irish descent? All right, so I'm only going to cut. No, I'm going to start here. I'm going to cut like this. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to rotate it. And then on the same spot, once I rotate it on the same one here, I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to rotate it. And look, see how it ripped? And I'm going to do the same thing right here. And then one more time, right here. I wish I knew all this stuff when my kids were little. Birthdays would have been funner. All right. Now let's do our scoring. So we're going to score this just like so. Oh, wait, no, we should have trimmed our edges. We didn't trim the edges, guys. Uh-oh. Well, we don't really have to. We don't have to trim the edges. We should, though. Let's trim the edges. I should have done that before I cut my pieces. I forgot about that. So I got to do this carefully, though. Just a slither. Remember, we're taking a slither. Like, however tall you want your box to be, that's how far in you should be. So I want to say, I want my box to be about like that. So I'm just going to come in a whole inch or half an inch. That's not a whole inch. I'm going to come in a half inch. And I'm just going to take these and I'm going to put them to the side. And then I'm going to do that all the way around. The same thing. I'm going to do a half inch for this. I hope I cut that straight. All right. There we go. Then I'm going to flip it this way. I'm going to do it at the half inch. Make sure my paper's straight. I don't know if I made sure my paper was straight on the first thing. And I only got one more side, right? Yeah, got one more side. One more side. This is hard when it's like, let's turn it over because my paper's curled up, so it's making it hard for me to measure. My corners are. All right, there we go. Oh, you should have sunscreen on. You have to go to work and your feet are sunburned. That's going to stink when you have to wear them closed-in shoes. All right, so we're going to fold all of our little score line thingies, our middle center here. Then we're going to fold these. All right, we need to trim off a little bit of this because we want to get rid of some bulk. So everywhere that is a flap, and a flap is one of these corner things here. Right in here, we're just going to come in at a very small little angle, and we're just going to snip that out. We're going to do the same thing on this one. Just at a small angle. Doesn't have to be big. Just enough to take out some bulk. Because these are flaps. These are tabs. They're really big tabs. I mean, we could even cut them down if we wanted to and just make them little. Did I? Now, let's see. Did I do that side? No, I didn't do that. There's no gap there. There'll be a gap, and that's how I'll know that I did it. Hi, Jeremy and Cheryl. How are y'all today? Thank you for coming in. So then you're just going to take this and you're going to, at a last one, there we go. Now, like I said, if you wanted to make this, you wanted to stretch your paper, save your paper, and I probably should because it's yellow, but you could cut that off and then it would work as a tab, but we're going to glue it. So I'm going to fold all these in on themselves like that. So I know to glue. And put glue on them all. I'm going to do it all at the same time. You don't have to. You can, or no, I'm not because it'll dry too fast. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, the one that it was cut away from, I'm going to bring this over like this. And I'm going to line that up just like that. And I'm going to go, wait a minute, something's not right. Hold the phone, guys. We need to cut our tabs because the measurement, it's not measuring right. Let's cut the tabs down. I just did all that glue. Crafting Snafu 101. Let's go ahead and cut our tabs. Yeah, to make them fold in, we're going to have to cut them. All right. We're going to have to cut this. So let's just make small little 1-inch tabs. So where the score line is, I'm just going to come up to the 1-inch mark and I'm going to cut that one off. And I'm going to come to the next corner. I'm going to do the same thing. Where the score line is, I'm going to put a 1-inch. And then that'll stretch our paper too. That'll keep us from being wasteful. And you can use them as journaling cards or whatever. There we go. All right. And then to make it even fancier, we can just go in and clean these up by going like this from the score line. Not on the score line, but from the score line, just go just like that. That'll get rid of some bulk also. So the box is a lot easier till I decided to do all this, huh? Like, Linda, you trying to confuse us? There we go. So we're just going to make our little tabs. Hold the presses. She has to cut their tabs. Linda has to cut the tabs. Danny, it should say Danny Dizzle the Spectacular. It should say the Spectacular Sportscaster. Craftcaster. Danny the Craftcaster. She's narrating everything for me. It's so funny. We need to just add to your lineup of nicknames. All right, we got to do this one. I mean, we just got to make it uniform, you know? There we go. Okay. Okay. Now let's glue the tabs on. Now our box should work without any issues. And we're not going to do a lid on this one, but you could do the lid if you wanted to do a lid. Put my glue on these. We don't put it on there. All right. And then I'm going to line this up just like this. I'm going to line this corner to this corner, just like so. I'm going to lay it down like that. And I'm going to run my finger along it, just like that. Keeping it straight so we have a nice clean seam. Then I'm going to take this side and I'm going to do the same thing. The one I put the glue on, I'm going to line it up. I'm going to go, oh, Linda, your measurement's off or something. Because that box is a little taller. All right, then we're going to put glue on these other two tabs and do the same. We're going to close we're going to close up our sides. Just like so. And same thing on this one. Thank you for coming in and subscribing and giving me a thumbs up, y'all. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't, would you please do that? Thank you. Okay, on the couch with a latte. Woohoo! All right, so now we got our box for the inside. Now, guys, you don't have to do the box on the inside, but if you want to fill it with candies or whatever, you can. If you want to put money or gift cards, little flowers or butterflies, or you could do whatever you wanted to inside your little box. You could make a lid if you wanted to. You're just going to have to bring your sizes in from the original ones that I told you. And my brain right now says it's not going to be able to make the measurements correctly. All right. So now we're going to put glue on the bottom of our box. And we're going to put it in the very center of this beautiful explosion box that we have. I got to spin it to make sure I'm inside. I want to make sure I'm inside. I don't want to be on the score lines or over the score line. I want to be inside. Oh, yay. I'm glad it's yummy. And I'm just going to take my bone, that's part of my bone folder, and I'm just going to push my glue down in there. So if you want to put a little gift in it, you can. You could even made it, more flaps and then made it smaller. Just remember, every time you add a layer of flaps or a bot, you have to go in with your dimensions. So then that'll close up just like that. And your lid will go on just like that. Right? And then when they open it up, voila! It's a surprise. Then let's get some journal cards and put some journal cards on here so you guys can see. We had some journal bits around here somewhere that we just got with we got some big bits. There's our journal bits. Yes, ta-da! So like you could like put little, I don't know if I want, these are really what I want on here, so that's why I'm not gluing it yet, but just to give you an idea. Like, all right, so we got this tag. If you're going to add pictures in it, you could trim that tag down and it could fit right there. I'd have to trim it down though to make it fit. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I see it. All right, look, we can add a froggy. Just a little note card. Instead of a note card there too. We got one here and one here. Could actually do the two of them. We can make that like a pocket. And then that could fit in the pocket. We got the frog on that side. Too big. Too big. So I could have done the paper, the outside paper I could have done with the tea garden paper. I completely forgot about it until just now when I was thinking about journal things I need. All right, what is this? What is this falling out? Oh, it's a little flower. You tuck a little flower into our pocket too. Cause I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a little that is all mine. Oh, oh. Let's see. There you go. All smiles. So like you got a picture of them smiling. You could put all smiles. Or you could put it on the side of the box. Or just stick it right here behind the froggy because I think that looks cute right there like that. Now, I'm going to put those on just so you can see and get the gist of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to glue this down. Oh, oh. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a little that is all mine. Oh, oh. Dun, 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 I don't know the words of the song. Oh. Make sure you're not going over the score line. Make sure you're staying on this side of the score line because you don't want to interfere in the way it folds. So like, this is like right above the score line. So like you could put something here, right? And then put a photo here And you can say something about the photo. So when they open it, they can see the photo with the memory written down or whatever. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Linda. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. Yeah, I like that, Linda. Ooh, 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 Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter. That's what I meant to say the other day instead of professor. I meant to say, ooh, 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 Mr. Carter. All right, we're going to put this one like this. Just at an angle because I want it to be on the thing. I don't want it to be hanging over if I can help it. And you come in, you put your picture there. I don't have any pictures around here that I could put in there and show you. Yay, Linda, yay. That's another thing. If you had something that could shoot up confetti, that'd be cool. When they open it, confetti comes out. You know, make it so when you pull it off, a popper pops. I haven't gotten to the knowledge to do all that yet. Yeah, that would be cool. Yes, definitely. Same thing with the card where the butterflies fly out. I've seen some company makes that and I want to make it. I want to figure out how they do it. I think I need little tiny rubber bands like for braces. And guys, tomorrow we will work on our craft roulette card. I'll show you what I've got for it so far in a minute, but I totally got spaced out from lack of sleep. And dragonflies looking at the froggy. The hip hop froggy. A hip hop, a hippie to the hippie to the hip hop, don't stop rock. Everything's a song. I'm telling you, there's a song in here somewhere about it all. All right, I should have done these before I put the box in. Guys, don't put your box in the very center until you put your things on because this thing is making it a little hard for me to see what I'm doing here. All right, let's pull this out and let's pull our little flower out. And let's take our little journal card and we're only going to put glue right here, and right here. We're making it a pocket because it's going to be a pocket full of sunshine. So we're going to bring it right here. Like so. Pinch it in just a little so that it gives you a little bit of space there. If you pinch in a little, it'll lift it off the paper so you're not fighting and struggling to put your tags in. See that goes in nice and easy, no fighting with the paper. Pinch it in. I learned that from Maymay. Maymay's taught me so much since 2017. Never met the woman, but absolutely love her. So we're going to put the little flowers right there on the note card. And we're going to put our little thing just like that. And there we have it, guys. We have an explosion box. That was the wrong spot, huh, Denise? That wasn't intended for the chat. So then, like I said, just get you, you could get like whatever color you want to make a mat with. There you go, Melissa. There you go. That'd be awesome. And then you can put a picture. And then right here, write something about the picture. Like what? Like find pictures of moments you've had with people. Like I have a picture of my boys when they were little. where my youngest son is in the swing, not in the swing, in that little those round saucer things, and my older son is like giving him a hug for the picture. And I will, oh, every time I look at that picture, I will remember my youngest son laughing at my older son because of how funny my older son was being and making him giggle and laugh. And, it's good memories, guys. But memories like that, you can say, I remember the day Jay made Brandon laugh. And then have a picture of Brandon and Jay. Those are my kids, where Jay's making Brandon laugh. So, okay. Oh my God, guys, it just like made me completely cheer up. I miss my kids. There's our box. And then you can get a sentiment or whatever. If you want it to be a birthday, you can get it and put happy birthday on it. Or if you use fishing pattern papers and stuff like that, you can say happy Father's Day, happy birthday, whatever you want it to say. And then when they open it up, they got a box. It's a explosion box surprise. If you don't put this in, you could still put stuff in there. And when it opens up, it'll all spill out. But if you're somebody who doesn't want things spilling out, you put the box and it'll contain it all for you. You can put more in it that way too when you put the box. Like if you want to put candy in it, it's easier to close it if you got this box in the middle. And then you can make a lid for it and put a bow on it. You could put a bow on this one too if you wanted. So there we go, guys. Oop, that's our explosion box. I've got two more sitting on my shelf over there that I never fully decorated, but I was like, I want to show everybody how to do this. So now, craft roulette card. Let's talk about that real quick before I leave. And we'll make it tomorrow. I won't do any more work on it until tomorrow. Ooh, I got to not visit my memories of my kids when I'm online. Oh, that hit hard. Okay, so episode 267. This is what we're going to work on tomorrow. Okay, that'd be cool. Yes, now I have 3 boxes, but I have one that actually has decorations on it. Let me pull the other one down in a second. So 4 bar is the card, which is a 3.5 by 4 7/8. The colors are craft store. Element is sew, sewing, sewn, and random is stencil guest choice. So I was playing with stencils last night and I embossed with my stencil. And then I took my little white gel pen and I made quilting marks all over the card. And that's as far as I got for my card. Because I was originally going to do a frame. Oh, I colored these guys too. Remember we stamped them yesterday? Remember that? And so craft store is the color. And I was thinking Pink and Maine, their colors are this aqua blue and the bright pink. And I was like, oh, I could put this little guy in there like that, you know? But then I was like, it don't look right. It's just not working for me. And it's like, because I made this a quilt, this frame isn't working for me anymore. So that's how I incorporated sewing. So now my brain is stuck going, huh? What are you going to do, Linda? Huh, huh, huh. That's my sewing part. Yes, that's what I did for sewing. I did the faux quilting stitch. Doesn't it look like a little quilt? Oh, make it like a bed. Okay. Yeah, all right. Let me show you these other ones. And maybe I'll show you how to make this one or the other one. I want to show you this one because, God, it's all dusty. I made this years ago and then never finished it. So you open the box, right? And then look, it opens up. What? Look, you take this and you pull it up. This is for photos. You pull this out and you can put all your little photos like that. Dun, 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 dun. You put them on both sides. Got your accordion, right? Then you got this one here. Yeah. Well, what do I do with that? Well, you pull the little tab right here and watch. It's a waterfall. We'll do that one another day. We'll do the waterfall explosion. Boop. And we got it on this side. Thing. Isn't that cool? But I wanted to do something simple today. Just to get us out the gate, to get everybody down with the idea of, these are great for when you have little kids in your life or just want to surprise somebody, not even, somebody who wants a centerpiece. You put a whole bunch of photos in here, they can put it on their coffee table. And then when they open it up, it's supposed to go like that. And then they can show off their family photos like a little brag book. Okay, stop thinking about family photos and memories, Linda. So I don't even remember what the inside of that black one looks like. I just know I started it, and look, it's all dusty because I never finished it. Look at all the dust on it, guys. I really need to finish. Talk about having whips. Work in progress. So look. Oh, this is the Cricut one, guys. And let me double check this. I want to make sure nothing pops out that surprises me too. This one's really cool also. I just want to make sure there's no spiders or nothing in here going to jump out at us. All right. Like I said, this one takes a lot more cardstock, a lot more patience, and a lot more time. And I can't cut this one anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's a Jennifer Maker file. Hold on. I'll show it to you. Hold on. I just want to make sure that nothing jumps out and bites me or scares you, because it's been sitting there for a long time. A long, long time. But it's really cool. It'll be worth the wait. We're almost there. We're almost there. This one has a whole bunch of lids. A whole bunch, guys. A whole bunch. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love Jennifer Maker too. I love her lanterns and all her 3D projects. Now, when I started, Melody Lane was still alive, and that's how I learned. I learned from Melody Lane. All right. So here's my dusty old one that I made long time ago, quite a few years back. You ready? Take this lid off, and that opens up. All right. Take that lid off. Oh, well, there we got that. Oh, wait, there's another lid. Take that lid off. And we got that layer. Then we take this lid off. And we got that layer. Oh, gosh, how many more lids? And we got that layer. And then we got a little bitty box layer right here, but we got this, you can fit all kinds of little snapshots. And then that opens up too. Just push that right back in there. It's been folded up so long, it just wants to stay folded. Yeah, it's a box inside a box inside a box inside a box. I love it. I think it's so cool. Then you got to put all the lids back on. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, like I said, this one takes a whole lot of cardstock. If you want to do stuff like that, I suggest investing in Cricut cardstock when they put it on clearance. They're always putting their stuff on their paper on clearance. That's how well, they used to always. When I had income to purchase stuff, that's how I got all my Cricut cardstock. But there you go. So, all right, guys. That is our explosion boxes for the day. I got to put this all back together now. Look at that. Isn't that pretty looking like that? I gotta love that is all mine. Yay! Well, you know what? The beach is a great place to be. So, you know, how's that mocha latte coming along there, Melissa? You about done with it yet? Now I never should have undone this piece. There we go. I never should have undid that. Close our blue around it. Close up the blue box. No, sipping and watching. Okay. Yeah, that's the blue box. And we got the green. Hold it up like that. Put the lid on. And we got the orange. Yes, now I need coffee too. It was a little overwhelming, wasn't it, at the end? A little overwhelming there. All right. And then we got the yellow. Coffee, 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 coffee time. 1, 2, 3, sip. That's what I used to always say. And then we got the black, and we got the lid. We got the dust collector. So there we go. So now I've got 3 explosion boxes. And if I ever decided what I'm going to do with them, to give them to who. But this is today's project. Thank you. So, all right, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you had a laugh. I hope you got to sing a song. And I will see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. And we will work on our 4-bar, our episode 267 Craft Roulette card, okay? Tomorrow, 1 p.m. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know what time it is. That last song of the day. So long, farewell.